feel like there's not that many great golf nicknames right now, like in the game. What are they?
Oh man, Rombo.
Obviously, you got the Golden Bear, you got the Black Knight, you got the King. Those guys they're not in the game anymore.
The Walrus, maybe the greatest golf nickname of all time.
Who is that?
The Walrus is it Stadler, Masters winner? The Walrus. PGA
There's the Big
Tour.
Easy, but he's not relevant in the game today.
Boom Boom is probably the best one.
That's a great one, but I'm talking about current day.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cat, Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Ever heard of him?
Yep, that's a good one.
Like
JT doesn't have one, Rory doesn't have one, DJ doesn't have one, Brooks doesn't have one. We need nicknames.
Brooks has the Blake of the Year.
Okay,
that's something.
It's not nothing.
The Postman's got to be up there. It's just not that many right
Imagine
now.
he was on that Scotty run. It's like the Postman delivers another major championship.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. If golf wants to grow, it's got to do a few things, but I certainly think it's got to incorporate more nicknames.
Is Rombo, like, do you guys go?
Rombo's a great one, yeah.
That's a good one, right?
That's a good one. That's probably number one. Certainly the best nickname for a highly ranked player right now.
It's I feel like golf, it's kind of got names that are unique enough that they haven't needed nicknames. Like
Ernie Els,
Bryson.
the Big Easy.
Well, Rory's a perfect example of that, right? Rory is Rory. He's
His
one of
name was
those,
Tim
he transcends
McElroy.
the sport. You don't even have to have a nickname because you're Rory.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think Tim McElroy, he would need a nickname. People wouldn't be like, oh, there's like, do you hear what Tim did this last week? No, it's like
I think
Rory.
they'd probably call him Timmy Mac. That would be his name.
Why did we lose the nickname era, like the Shark and all these? Like why don't they have the names anymore?
Well, if you go back to those guys, and I'd be curious to know, they embraced it, right? Like Norman had the shark on his hat.
Oh yeah.
Gary Player has the knight in his logo. Like, you almost got to have guys who embrace it. And in the brand building era, you would think that would be a big deal.
You guys never heard the Walrus? You guys haven't? You ever seen Craig Stadler, dude? Oh my god!
I'm looking at him now. He is a walrus.
He's the Walrus. It's so good. But yeah, we don't have that many right now. I wonder what the Postman.
I was just going to go to the World Golf Rankings and look at the names and see if there's anybody.
Tiger is literally a nickname.
It is,
His
but
name
he's
is
had
Ultra.
that. That wasn't something he. Yeah, no, but if we're gonna listen, if we got to count that, we got to count it because we're pretty low on nicknames in the game of golf.
Lefty.
Lefty's a great one.
Lefty's a great one.
You got to be so good. There's not that many left-handed golfers, but there's a lot. But to be the best left-handed golfer of all time, and they just call you Lefty, and everybody knows who you're referring to.
Lefty's
that's a good
great.
one. Good one, Alex.
Way to go, Bushman. Yeah.
Yeah, we got
That's a
Scotty,
really good one.
Xander, X. Nobody calls Xander X, I guess. Rory, Colin, Ludwig, Wyndham, Hideki, Victor, Bryson, Tommy, Fleetwood, Patrick Cantlay. Just no nicknames. None.
Like
Zero.
the mechanic, Miguel Angel Jimenez.
Mhm.
Great one.
Like that generation, the nickname generation has just moved on. Even Lefty. I mean, Left feels, he's kind of over the hill when it comes to golf.
Kind of bums me out.
I know. Postman.
Damn, man. Like, what's going on with that? Like, why don't we do the nicknames anymore?
This is what I'm saying.
The Chef. We tried to come up with that for Scotty. Called him the Chef.
Yeah, I guess it's tough. They just don't stick anymore. It's kind of up to, who it's up to a degree is the announcers on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something. Did somebody have the nickname Big Christmas before? Or did that come during the baseball playoffs?
Not sure on that one.
I don't think so. Big Christmas is a good one.
That is nice. That's
I
really
thought
nice.
that just happened.
It's kind of
recently.
rattling me. Like, you look, that whole era had nicknames. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that no one does now. And we've got the biggest players in the game. Like, there's no excuse. There's no like, oh, those guys were better. It's like, that's not true. Like, we have just as many guys winning championships and tournaments now as they did back then.
It also could be up to us.
Yeah.
Not that I want to create one right now, but it's just that, it's got to come from somewhere. And the guys
We're not
themselves,
missing one, right? Because we miss things a lot on the show. Last week we
the
talked.
time.
Last
brother.
episode we talked about how SoFi Cup is like a pretty crazy name for a league, and then the literal league that we talk about, PGA Tour, has the FedEx Cup, and we just didn't talk about that once.
But we should on the FedEx Cup too.
FedEx,
Right.
I know, but we didn't bring that up not one time. Someone's like, don't want to drive off the road.
Oh, I was thinking. Well, we were coming up with ones that had actual names, and that was a good idea. FedEx Cup is bad.
No, there was a point in last show where we were naming leagues and trophies that are sponsored, and we are like, I can't think of another one. I was like, I think the Nexus Cup is one.
That's how little I feel. That's how little excited I am about the FedEx Cup.
Someone said they were screaming FedEx Cup.
Probably
Just
somebody
the
works for
one.
the PJ Tour.
That's right. Might be.
No nicknames. Somebody start it. We got to start a new era of nicknames because we're missing it, and all the other greats from the old generations have nicknames.
We got a nicknamed man on this show, the Postman, JT
Postman. True.
That's what brought up the whole conversation. Tap in, Frankie. Tap in, buddy.
But also, that's not.
That's good stuff.
It's a nickname, but it's like
that's definitely a nickname.
I know, but like his name is Poston, so it's like you could see like the other ones are just so random.
It's true.
Greg Norman, the Shark.
Listen, we got to start somewhere, dude.
I know. I'm texting Kirk Minahan right now saying, how come we lost these nicknames? It's going to get him going, I think.
Okay.
Because it's like all of his era of golf, you know?
It is.
I love it.
Freddie Boom Boom. What does that even come from? Do you know where Freddie Boom Boom comes from?
I actually don't
Ernie
know.
is the Big Easy, like, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They called Michelle Wee the Big Wheezy.
If we don't know about it, then it wasn't a thing.
Paul Laurie, Chippy.
But again, these are just... I mean, Minwoo Lee
I
is
didn't know
trying,
that
right?
one.
Mr. Chapinski?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He's trying. That's a guy who's trying. Just something for everybody to think about.
We can ask Postman about it. Maybe he wants to be in rarefied air. He wants to be in a small group that's only got, a few nicknames. So
it's like him,
anyway.
Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, and Gary Player, and Greg Norman.
Tiger Woods, maybe. Big Cat. Lefty. Pretty good company.